And then again, the podcast is about courage, right? Where do you find the courage to walk away from the 9 to 5 to start your own success? Where do you get that courage? Where does it come from? So for you, making that number one, the courage, you went down to Australia and New Zealand, met your girl, almost lost everything, but you had the courage to keep going, to try something and say, "Hey, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to do whatever I need to do." That takes courage. A lot of people would just kind of give up and say, "Oh, somebody come and rescue me while I just sit here." But you didn't do that. Where did you find that courage?
My goodness. Partially to stubbornness, quite possibly. Partially to stubbornness. Um, say my parents, they've always kind of like it's almost that Scottish kind of British mentality, especially my parents, post-war parents. Just bloody get on with it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a bit of that, but yeah, just kind of wanting to do that bit more. I think even in later years, with regards to courage, it comes down to, and this sounds terrible, but it's not intended this way. But I mentioned it when I talked about setting up business during the pandemic. It's almost a little bit of what would your average person do? But that's not what I'm doing. I'm going
Right.
above. And it sounds arrogant and it sounds horrible and it sounds like kind of almost punching down, which I absolutely do not intend it to be. And anybody who knows me will absolutely say it does not mean it like that. But I'm aware how it sounds and I want to preface it with that. But yeah, I think it is that. It's be the best version of yourself is too easy to say. It's kind of glittery and fluffy. It's to be the best version of yourself. What does that mean? And
Right.
actually, I think it is. It's that going beyond and above perhaps what the quote unquote average person would do. So it is that if I saw an old lady getting mugged, yes, I would run after the attacker. And something stupid could
Right.
happen to me. I am that idiot, other people would say. But it is just that I'm a big one in social justice and social
Mhm.
equality. And I think that's it. So where to get the courage? I don't know. I think I've always kind of had that courage. It's funny you saying that. I would never have considered that to be courageous, what you said. Not for a
Well,
second. It's
some
just what
people,
you do.
yeah, some people write a book and others go, "Wow, how courageous," right? To put your thoughts out there and be able to take criticism from people. They don't want to do that. So they never write their book. They
Mm.
don't go up on stage and talk because they're afraid of, failing or something like that. To me, it is courageous, to start your own business. I think is courageous. To see a need and go and try to fill that need is courageous.